There we go now, round 6 of this thrilling Mathews Jennings encounter at Greenbank Leisure Centre, and it's turned out to be an absolute cracker, to be honest with you. I think Jennings has performed way above that anybody. A lot of people, this guy's he's flying under the radar so much now, and I think people can realise now that he is a genuine prospect. He's got a massive future in this lightweight division. Possibly this is a step too far, but it's a learning fight for him. Lose this is a win-win situation for Jennings, Chris, going into the fight, and so far he's performed as such as well.
Yeah, there's such an emphasis on an undefeated record. Even though Jennings might lose today, he's going to gain an experience. He's gone 6 rounds of an accomplished fighter, a former champion, and despite being outclassed, he's shown real bravery. And I think one day he might come back and he might be able to compete in this class, but tonight Mathews is just too good. But as I said, he took a real gamble, and unfortunately it doesn't seem like it's going to pay off.
Referee just getting involved a little bit again there. A little bit of momentum, unfortunately, almost knocked Mathews out of the ring, but we restart the action, and Derry's back on his toes. He's dancing around, seems to be enjoying. That was a great shot though. Jennings landed a thrilling left hook and a right uppercut there, Chris, and Mathews' legs looked like they were wobbled.
It was a reminder that Jennings is still in the fight, and I really don't know where this is coming from. For the last 2 rounds, Mathews has just looked awesome, and basically you wouldn't begrudge Tony Quigley Senior throwing the towel in, but Jennings has come out this round. He started real well, and he's landed a couple of good shots.
Still gripping that towel in his hand, Tony Quigley Senior, but I think he'll relax a little bit more now because it's Jennings that seems to be having a little bit more success coming forward. Mathews, of course, still looking for the big finish shots. We didn't think we'd be in this round, back in round 4, but we're in round 6, and Jennings is still very much a live fighter.
Excellent right hand there from Mathews. It's been the money shot all night for him. I don't think the crowd are going to be disappointed by this fight. Every single person is on the feet right now, and also this fight, even though it's been a little one-sided for large portions, it's still had that tenacity, it's had that edge, and I think everyone will go home thinking that they've had value for money tonight. I
think everyone can appreciate what Jennings has come through so far. He's climbed up off the canvas twice. He's performing 3 times. He's performing admirably, but not only that, he's still in the fight. One shot could turn anything around, and while Mathews is raining in big right hooks again now, referee pending, Tony Quigley holding the towel. This could be the finish. Mathews goes in, and here it is. I think that was expected, Chris, but once again, a great performance from Derry Mathews. It has to be said, European title next, but at this point I really do want to put in the fact that great performance from Stephen Jennings, so brave, so admirable, and he will come and fight another day.
Yeah, that's it. Basically, a lot of people beforehand said this fight on paper was a mismatch. A few local people did say it could be a close fight because they know Jennings really well, but it was the mismatch that a lot of people predicted, but on paper it was always that way. Jennings nowhere near experienced enough for Mathews, and that's proved tonight, but really, you've got to take your hats off for Jennings' bravery. It's a 6th fight. He's come in. How many prospects would do that? 6-0 and go 5-0, sorry, and go in with someone as accomplished as Derry Mathews. But Derry showed his real class tonight, and basically it's onwards and upwards for now. He's got Gavin Rees for what looks like an autumn showdown, and a European title will propel him back into the world rankings. And who knows? It could be a really fairy tale ending for something that really seemed like a disaster 1 year ago.
That's it. You've got to also remember that Derry Mathews as well has turned his career around, turned his whole life around with his performances of late. Now he's got this European title fight down in Cardiff against Gavin Rees to look forward to, but quickly coming back to Stephen Jennings, I'd love to see him in another 6th rounder, come back in and then get straight back in for an English title shot, because I think he's proved at that level, while he may not be quite ready for European or world title level, which unarguably Derry Mathews clearly is, Jennings is definitely ready for English title level, Central Area title level, and there's certainly nothing wrong with those title belts, and that's the way Derry Mathews came through at that domestic level first. And I think 4 or 5 fights, I think we've got a good superstar in the coming here from Kirby. I think it's a good lad to get behind, and I can see why everybody up in that end now is getting so excited about him. And we said before, Chris, this was a win-win fight for Jenko. There was no negative that will come out of this. I think the only negative would have been if he'd been stopped early, but he certainly wasn't. He come through very bravely and showed true heart and showed that he's got a big future.
Yeah, he's emerged with credit tonight, but tonight's always been about Derry Mathews. It's onwards and upwards for him now, a European title shot and a fight he can win against Gavin Rees and hopefully a WBC ranking there, and it really could be a happy ending for Mathews. When 18 months ago it seemed like his career was over, it would really be a good fairy tale story, and to be fair, he deserves it.
Great night here at Greenbank Leisure Centre. Capacity crowd leaving with a smile on their face, and the new British Masters lightweight champion is Derry Mathews.
I've worked hard, look how I've turned my career around, thanks to Oliver Harrison and Stephen Vaughan pushing me on to bigger and better things, and the fans around me, they've pushed me to bigger and better things, like I said, and, move on to the next level now.
Brilliant night tonight, great atmosphere, and once again the crowd turned out in force for Derry Mathews.
They did, yeah, and also Stephen Jennings, you know what I mean? I don't want to take nothing away from him, he's a good friend, there was a lot of banter yesterday at the pre-press conference and all that, and I've just spoken in the ring, we apologised to each other, he's a good friend, and take me hat off to him. Don't forget, he's only had 7 fights, Nick, so he can come again. He's a brave fighter, and I hit him with some cracking shots tonight, and the power showed, and I'm massive for lightweight, and I'm very, very strong.
After boxing him so many times as an amateur as well, and a couple of wins there, was there any chance of a complacency going into this fight?
I know how good Stephen Jennings is. I know how many amateur fights he has, and to tell you the truth, Nick, I was shitting myself before yesterday and the day before. I've been absolutely cacking it because, I know how much pressure I was under. I had nothing to lose. And, I had to take my time. And I was saying to Oliver in the corner, he was saying to me, take your time, little ducking and diving, and we can move on to bigger and better things. I kept getting him, little spins, and I think the experience told.
Yeah. Was it the left hook? He was loading up that left hook a lot throughout the fight. Was that part of the game plan? Did you know that was his biggest shot?
Yeah, I knew he was going to throw left hook, right hand, but... And then I thought to myself, he might box me, but, we changed, and I muscled him, I thought I hit him with every single shot. Don't get me wrong, he hit me with a good body shot, he hit me on the back of the head as well, and he's a good fighter, and as I said before, I've got a lot of respect for him, and he'll come again.
I think a lot of fans, enjoyed it so much. It was a one-sided performance, but after 4 rounds, he looked like he was in trouble. He looked like he was going to struggle to see the round out. So to make it through to 6 is testament to the fact that he is, as you say, he's only had 6 fights himself.
He's a Scouser, I've called him a Kirby head and all that. But at the end of the day, he's a Scouser, and he's a true warrior. He's a great fighter. He's proved tonight, and I've always said I've got a lot of respect for Stephen. He'll come again, and I just want to concentrate now. I want a week off, spend some time with my girlfriend and my kids, and I can move on to bigger and better things. I want that European title, and that's what I want. What's
this journey you've been on? Because you seem to be like the Derry Mathews that destroyed Steve Foster. You flash back to you look like you're enjoying your boxing again, and we lost you for a while there. Obviously you're retired, you've come back, but what is it that's reinvigorated you? Why, how did you discover yourself again?
Blame him, James Morton, blames Brian McCready, Oliver Harrison, Nigel Armin in the gym, Stephen Vaughan, everyone. They've all dug deep, they've all with Joe Tonks, he's shouting there in the back, the sparring I've had done with him, you know what I mean? He's an improved fighter, you should have seen how good he was tonight, and I'm just learning, Nick, and I've got an excellent family behind me, I've got an excellent girlfriend who's looking after me at home, doing all the cooking about time, you know what I mean? And stuff like that, and James is my dietitian, and I feel good and strong, Nick, and I've moved up 2 weights, and I feel like I'm bigger and growing, and I'm still learning. I'm still only 27 years of age, you know what I mean? People think I've been around for all the years, all a long time, which I have, but I'm still only young, I think.
So the first person to get a DVD on Monday has got to be Gavin Rees. Surely you want to show him that tape and let him know what he's got coming to him.
He's not getting no DVD, you know what I mean? I'll have a little surprise for Gavin. This out to professional Oliver Harrison. He's gone home to study, and that's what kind of person he is. He's gone home. No one's seen him. I've won the fight. He's gone home, and he said, "I'll see you on Monday, and we'll work on the next adventure." And that's fighting Gavin Rees, and I can move on to bigger and better things and concentrate on it.
Have we got a time and place yet for the Rees fight?
1st of October. Hopefully, it's going to be announced Monday. I'll have a couple of missed calls now and Eddie now, and I can speak to him, and he'll give exactly the same date, but it's going to be the 1st of October.
And is it going to be Cardiff or Liverpool?
It's Cardiff, 100% Cardiff. Gavin Rees the champion, but I don't mind. I'll take it up London, up there, and move on to bigger and better things.